Hello everybody, it's Joe and it has been quite a long time. If you are coming from modern MMOs, Guild Wars can feel confusing at first, sometimes even outdated or unintuitive. It's because Guild Wars was designed around very different ideas. It was very different even back in the day. This video should explain what are you getting into and help you with some decisions. But before we move forward, remember to check Guild Wars wiki. There is everything about the game, you just have to search around a bit. Link in the description. So, what makes Guild Wars fun? Let's start with why people still play this game, Reforged or not. Number 1. Completing the campaigns. Guild Wars isn't an endless treadmill. Each campaign is finite RPG experience with a beginning, middle and end. You are meant to finish things in some reasonable time frame, and that feels surprisingly refreshing. You have just an hour to play, no problem, let's hit the next mission. You just had a meaningful experience and can move on with your life. Number 2. Collecting skills and build potential. Power in Guild Wars doesn't come from gear drops. Sure, gear is fun, but quite different in this game, but that's a separate topic. The real power comes from unlocking skills. Once you unlock a skill, you have it forever. The skill is immediately accessible to the character that unlocked it and to all heroes across your account. More on heroes later. The real game is combining those skills into builds. And there are thousands of viable combinations. The game should be named Build Wars. Nobody really knows what Guild Wars are in Guild Wars, so unless you do a lot of PvP, I guess. If you enjoy cooking builds, this is where the game shines. Number 3. Titles and long-term goals. There are quite a few titles you can chase. Titles give you optional long-term goals. They are mostly horizontal progressions, things you can pursue because you care about them, not because the game forces you to. Some titles can be done in minutes, some might take you even years. You have always something to chase. Again, if you need more information, you can check the description for the link to the wiki page where you can read more about titles. The game offers some classic long-term hooks like PvP, dungeons, or farming and trading for different sources of wealth. You can also tackle the missions in a hard mode, and you can always start a new character you will want to sooner or later. Number 4. Periodic events. Guild Wars has events, but no daily chore list. Though there are some daily missions you can complete for additional rewards. You can leave for months, come back and pick up right where you left off. Some players return every year just for the events, which usually last around a week. The main ones are Kaiten New Year, Anniversary Celebration, Dragon Festival, Halloween and Winter's Day. Again, you can check all the events in the description below on the wiki page. Number 5. The world itself. Finally, the world has a lot of charm. Distinct regions, memorable music, strong atmosphere. Exploring it is still enjoyable even today. Now that you know why, let's explain a few things. Weirdly enough, let me start with heroes and henchmen, because it will make the rest of the video to make sense. Guild Wars is designed to be playable solo, but not really. Most of the content requires you to bring a party to make it through. If you don't have a group of real players, you can bring either henchmen, which are simple fixed NPC allies you can pick up before leaving an outpost, or heroes, which are customizable party members you can unlock through the campaigns. You can change their builds, weapons, and have even some control over their actions. This means you don't really need to wait for a group to experience the game properly. Solo play isn't really a compromise here, it's a part of the design. When you build your hero party well, they can carry you through the game even if you make some meme build for your character. Number 2. Campaigns and missions. Structurally, Guild Wars works like this. You move through instance explorable zones, and key story moments happen in instance missions. Missions are not quick quest turn-ins, they move the story forward. They are cooperative challenges with clear primary and secondary objectives. But you can definitely solo all the missions just with the henchmen and hero NPCs in your party, so don't worry. You also don't have to worry if you fail a mission, you can try again. It usually means your build or party setup needs a bit of adjustment. But if you think you can take on that huge char army by yourself instead of running, be my guest. Campaigns are basically a chain of quests and missions which take you through a part of the world of Tyria and tell a cohesive story. You will always have to pick your starting campaign, but when you progress a bit, you can jump into a different campaign with your character and complete them all. You just lose some early content of the campaigns you don't start in, but you can always make another character just to quickly go through that later. There are 3 starting campaigns. First one is Prophecies, the original, slowest pacing campaign. It has the best tutorial early zone, called Pre-Searing. It's a whole world by itself and cannot be accessed once you progress with your character out of this set of zones. Some characters never leave actually. Pre-Searing gives you access to a unique title, Legendary Defender of Ascalon. There are no prophecies, only professions. The slow is not really bad here, but it might take you a long time to test out your professions to the fullest, and it also takes a longer time to reach a point where you can change your secondary professions, so something to keep in mind. The second one is Factions. This one goes real fast compared to Prophecies. It's inspired by Asia. You reach max level and gain access to the rest of the world real fast. You might end up in places above your pay grade before you know the basics and get your butt kicked. You can create assassin and ritualist only in factions. So if you want one of these professions, this is your only option. The third campaign is Nightfall. It's sort of medium pacing, but it's still great for learning. It's inspired by Africa, mostly by Egypt. This campaign offers the fastest access to heroes, which make the game easier. Just remember you can get heroes with characters from all campaigns, you just get them faster when you start in Nightfall. You can create Dervish and Paragon only in Nightfall. There is also one expansion, Eye of the North. As already stated, it's an expansion, not a standalone starting campaign. It's designed for high-level characters and offers some endgame content, and it sort of ties all the campaigns together. Now let's talk about professions a bit, both primary and secondary. Guild Wars uses professions instead of classes, and you can have 2 professions active at the same time. Each profession has 4 attributes, 1 primary and 3 secondary. The attributes affect what skills you can use and how powerful these skills are. So, what do you get from having 2 professions? Your primary profession is picked during character creation and cannot be changed. It defines your armor type, runes you can put in your armor, because some runes enhance attributes and only your primary profession attributes can be enhanced via runes. Your primary attribute, because you don't get the primary attribute of your secondary profession. And lastly, energy and energy regeneration for using skills. Your secondary professions add flexibility because you get access to its secondary attributes and all skills. Remember, you have to unlock the skills first. Importantly, you are never truly locked in with the secondary profession. You can change builds anytime you are in an outpost, and you can also freely change secondary profession once you progress more within your campaign. And don't worry about unlocking skills for the secondary profession, you don't lose them when you change to another secondary, you will have access to them once again when you change back. Any 2 professions can be combined, but there are of course some inherent limitations. For example, warriors have bad energy pool and regen, so they make poor firewall spamming elementalists, but there are quite a few elementalist skills like enchantments that even warrior can use effectively. I myself play melee ranger combined with warrior or with assassin most of the time, but I like to use spirit summoning ranger ritualist from time to time, because ranger primary attribute expertise makes summoning spirits cheaper. One thing to note again, if you build your hero team well, any build will do. The skill system. This is most important concept in the game. You can only bring 8 skills into combat. One of those skills can be a powerful elite skill, which usually defines the whole build. You choose those skills before leaving the outpost or town. If you enjoy thinking about your build, you'll love this system. If you don't, that's okay, but it's important to know early. You can always lean into meta builds available on PvX Wiki, link in description, but again, this game should be called Build Wars. PvP in Guild Wars. Guild Wars also has a strong PvP side, and it's very different from most MMOs, I would say. It also has quite a few bots running around, but oh well, nothing is perfect and you can actually farm the bots once you figure it out. PvP is build and skill based, not gear based. You can create max level PvP only characters with access to maximum rating weapons and armor. Just click a few times and you are ready to go. Unlocking some gear upgrades and skills with your PvE characters still helps, but you can actually unlock skills and upgrades for your PvP characters through PvP quite easily. Skills unlocked through PvP are also available account-wide to your heroes for PvE, which might be actually the fastest way to get your heroes some elite skills. That means success comes from build design, team composition matters, and player decision making matters more than grind. You can jump into PvP without weeks of preparation, and you are not permanently behind just because you are new, but still expect there is quite a steep learning curve. It's also worth knowing that PvE and PvP builds are often completely different, and some skills even work slightly different in PvP. So if PvP interests you, think of it as its own game mode, with its own logic and rules. But if you like competitive skill-driven gameplay, or hunting bots, it's one of the game's strongest systems. So, some last words. Guild Wars isn't trying to waste all your time, it's trying to give you a great experience when you show up. But it offers enough to waste all your time, so be careful. If you understand the core ideas, the rest of the game opens up naturally. No need to rush, explore at your own pace. For deeper details on anything I mentioned, the Guild Wars wiki is still the best resource. So, hopefully this helps, and welcome to Tyria.